Hi everyone, I just wanted to make this video for the period that's coming up because it seems to me, as part of this wake-up operation, that the next step is going to be to massively push the medical treatments in the arm again. And as I was driving along this morning, I sort of downloaded, I would say, some points that you can use to address people. This is what I'm going to use if I get the opportunity. And of course, we're in a very difficult time where people have different perceptions of reality. And so we've got to be very careful how we put this across. And we've got to make sure that that we are abiding by the law of free will, and that we say to people, it is your choice at the end of the day. And if you believe this is the best decision for you and the right decision for you, that's fine, and we're not going to stop you. You have to start with that, because the problem that people have been slipping into, I believe, is that they've come across as if they know it all and that they're right and that everyone else is wrong. That's a game over if you come with that approach. You have to address it like this and say that this is our position, and we need to just put this across so that you can have a balance of views. Okay, something like that. So, number one, ask them what is their reasoning for taking this, and do they think they are at risk from COVID? And if the answer is no, then you can say, well, if you don't believe this is going to have any benefit for you, and yet there are known side effects and adverse reactions, severe ones, then why are you taking it? Because you're prepared to potentially have those adverse reactions and conditions for nothing, because you believe that it's not going to help you, because you don't believe you're at risk from the disease. That's number one. Number two, in December 2021, heart inflammation, myocarditis, was listed as an adverse reaction on the government website. And in the very same period that these things have been rolled out, there has been an enormous increase in heart attacks, particularly in young people. And this is everywhere. If you just Google it, you'll see the number of articles: 25-year-olds dropping dead, athletes dropping dead mid-game. And you can say, well, there's not evidence of where you can't say this is causation. There is definitely a correlation. And this should be a cause for them to pause this. They haven't done that. They've carried on pushing it, and yet there is a definite correlation. How can this be that in the very same period that a new drug with a side effect of heart inflammation comes out, and there's a massive rise in heart issues? There's something to think about. Next thing, this new variant, the Koch variant, it's only been around for a month, right? How can they have done the required safety studies for this new drug? Because it is a new drug, although it might be the same technology, allegedly. It's a different drug, because it's a different version of what they've put out before, and therefore it needs safety testing. They cannot possibly have done that in a month. And so you can remind them of thalidomide and say that they didn't do the required safety studies on that, and then years later they realised it caused birth defects. So what if that happens with this? So that's another point. Another point you can use, number 4 or number 5 now, is that many oncologists are saying that turbo cancers are on the rise and being caused by this particular treatment. I mean, the list is endless, but these are just some of the pointers that you can use, and you have to put it across in a calm way that you don't know it all, and that you don't come across as trying to push it on them, because it doesn't work. And remember to say at the start and at the end, this is my position, this is what I've researched, I am very, very concerned about what's happening. If they've not done the required safety studies, it's experimental, and that is criminal. There's no other way of putting it, is there? So there you go. Just a bit of advice if you come across people that you know who are wanting to queue up and get this thing. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, we cannot stop them because it's their free will. But we can put our point across, and we can say that we tried. All right? So there you go. Hopefully you don't have to use this too much, but if you do, that's just a bit of advice. All right, have a good day.